And take one.
You have got fluff on the side of your head.
I hate people touching me. All right, we all good?
Have you got tofu in your hair? Is it fluff?
Oh, God.
Look down. Touch his neck.
I don't like being touched. Don't touch me. Ah! I'm sorry. This is actually the last video I'm ever going to be filming in this kitchen. I'm going to be moving to the countryside, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to grow my own food and build my dream kitchen. I can't wait to bring you guys in on that journey. Now, being a chef and being someone that experiments all the time, I do have like quite a diverse range of quick go-to meals, but today 4 staple ones. On the menu we have a Vietnamese meatball dish made from tofu. That is one of my favorites ever. It's worth getting the few extra ingredients. Then I'm going to be making an ancient grain stew, which is my go-to meal straight after going to the gym because there's so much nutrients packed into those grains and it's so quick and simple. Then I'm going to be making a baked mac and cheese, a healthier mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese, but sometimes it can be quite unhealthy, but this is a healthier version. And then finally, my all-time favorite dish, massage kale salad. A variation to the one that I made in my healthy vegan bowls recipe video. And this one actually uses some of the ancient grains that I make in one of the other dishes as the grain element in the salad. Did that make sense then? You know what I mean? Before I get into the recipes, I need you to subscribe because I've got so many big plans for this channel and I need to continue to grow it. You won't even imagine the plans that I've got that I cooked up during the lockdown period. So subscribe, please. Anyway, for the Vietnamese meatballs, which is the longer of the 4 recipes, first thing you need to do is get some firm tofu. I use extra firm tofu, pat it dry with some kitchen paper, then crumble it into a large mixing bowl. Next, into the bowl, let's get some beautiful flavors. I'm gonna add some chili paste. I'm gonna use some gochujang, but you can just use a fresh chili finely chopped. I'm also gonna add some coriander, Thai basil and mint. However, you just use whatever soft, fresh herbs you have in the fridge. If you just have coriander, use a big handful. I'm also gonna add some lemongrass paste, sesame seeds, tomato puree and sriracha sauce. So I'm also going to add some dried garlic granules, a pinch of salt, then I'll give it a mix up actually, then I'll add some buckwheat flour, which is just gluten-free flour, to help bind everything together. So the reason why I really love this recipe, not only does it taste amazing, it's got good macros for when I'm training in the gym, and also you can make a big batch and freeze them. So when I feel like some of these Vietnamese meatballs, I just take a little bag of them out of the freezer, defrost them and cook them and serve them with some rice or some rice noodles, which is what I'm doing today. So now we just need to make them into some meatballs, whatever size you like really. So there's our meatballs done. Now, I just want to say, make sure you're using extra firm tofu. The brands I recommend in the UK are Tofu, with 2 O's at the end, and also Clear Spring. I'm not related to those brands, but they're the best tofu for this type of thing. It's really, really firm, which means it's been pressed for a long time. I love making my homemade tofu actually, but I can never get it as firm as this because I don't have the hydraulic presses that they have probably. So what you need to do now is either freeze them for a later time or for meal prep, or cook them off, which is what I'm going to do for me and the crew. I'm going to saute them in a non-stick pan with a little bit of oil and then place them onto a tray once they're golden into the oven for about 10 minutes to cook through to the center. I'm also going to be serving them with a lovely little dressing made with some sriracha, maple syrup, soy sauce, garlic and a splash of water. And I'll also cook off my noodles just by putting the rice noodles in a bowl and pouring over some boiling water. I'm also going to be serving this dish with some vegetables too. In the same pan I cook the meatballs in, I'm going to be sauteing off some pak choy, spring onions and some kale. And on the side I'll also ribbon some carrot. So let's get the meatballs out and serve up. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, they smell good. They smell good. Nice bit of Thai basil, some peanuts. Mouth watering. Just remembered why this is one of my favourite go-to meals. Texture's beautiful, lovely little hint of spice. Really, really good vegan meatball that is, considering how simple it is and it's made just using extra firm tofu. Tom, you're gonna taste one of these. Quite meaty, isn't it?
Crunchy, crispy, tofu-y, tangy. Very good.
So this next dish, you won't even believe how simple it is, but it's actually my go-to meal after a workout because it's nutritious, it's simple, and you know, you can get it on and 35 minutes later it's done. All you need to do is get some grains. Now, I've got some ancient grains here. We have some pearl barley, I have some beautiful green lentils, some split red peas or red lentils, and some quinoa. Other ancient grains are available on the market, but you can choose whatever ones you like, providing they all cook at a similar time, and these do. So what you need to do is get a mixture of each of them into a saucepan and give them a rinse off. Then you'll fill it up with some water and add some flavourings. And you just want to put about an inch of water covering the lentil mixture. Into this now, I get some lovely flavouring ingredients. This is going to be cooking for about 25 to 35 minutes. And the water is going to be absorbed into these grains. So we want to flavour up that water. So I'm going to put in just a spring onion chopped up roughly, a stick of celery chopped up roughly, 2 bashed cloves of garlic, some thyme and some miso paste. If you don't have miso paste, you can just use some vegetable stock bouillon or soy sauce. What I'm going to add now is a little bit of lemon, pop the lid on, get it over a low heat to bubble away for 25 to 35 minutes. Because this ancient grain stew is so simple, I'm going to make the third simple evening meal that I have often right now, which is the
Mac and cheese!
Bop, bop, bop! Yeah, the mac and cheese. Simple, healthier version. I'm going to be using spelt pasta, but you can choose whatever pasta you like. What you want to do first is finally chop up some garlic and some spring onions. We're going to get those sauteed in the pan with some sun-dried tomatoes, which I've also finely chopped too. I'm also going to just cut up this is a big cauliflower, half of this into some small florets. Don't cut them too big because they just won't cook in time. So next I'm going to add some flavourings. I'm going to add some sweet smoked paprika, some dried thyme and some whole grain mustard. Jeez, I went a bit croaky then. A bit of whole grain mustard. So let's make this look more like mac and cheese now. First thing you need to do is add a little bit of flour. That's gonna help thicken everything up in the long run. Then we'll add some non-dairy milk. So look how creamy and cheesy this looks already, with no cheese flavouring or vegan cheese added whatsoever. What I'm going to add now is some nutritional yeast, just a couple of tablespoons. That's going to add a little cheesy nuttiness. If you're new to the vegan sort of recipes, this is just like a basically like a yeast extract that's very nutty and got a cheesy flavour. You don't have to add it, but vegan cheese is found at all good supermarkets these days. So I'm going to add a big handful of that, grated of course. Stir that in, and I'm also going to add some chickpeas just for the added nutrients. Oh, this is looking amazing now. And I'm going to add some lemon juice to bring this to life, liven up a little bit. And I'm going to stir through my spout pasta, which I've already cooked. So you can actually serve this just like this, but what I like to do is get it into a baking dish and sprinkle over some panko breadcrumbs and a little bit of fresh thyme, and just roast it for a little bit until the breadcrumbs go nice and golden, and just add a little crisp layer on top of the mac and cheese. And then look at this. During that time, my beautiful grains have absorbed all that liquid, and you just need to get a fork and fluff them up. And what I'm going to do now is just stir through some jerk seasoning just for an added little bit of flavour. And I always have the paste in my fridge, so it's just something I just find often I'm stirring through. And you can stir through kale and spinach like that, but it's just as good on its own like this, I promise. I can't believe I'm making this on my YouTube channel. It's actually my favourite dish at the moment. Just a load of beautiful grains, cooked nicely with some flavourings, topped with hummus and a little bit of sauerkraut. And see what the boys think of this, because they're probably wondering why I've made this on my YouTube channel as well. What do you think of this?
Looks really nice!
It's so painful. Here you got Oliver Twist.
Thank you, sir!
He's talking really loud, oh.
Yeah, I know.
Can't believe I made this on my YouTube channel, Oliver.
It looks really good!
It's getting hard, painful to listen to now.
It's really good.
So simple, hearty, post-workout food for me. Anyway, the mac and cheese is nearly done, so let's get that out of the oven and we'll give that a taste too. And then we just got one final dish to make, which I'm actually going to use these grains and lentils. Oh, you're feeling strong after it, aren't you?
Yeah, I can lift a car off my own child.
Off your own child?
Yeah, I've got 6.
Oh, so...
They all wear headphones.
Guys, I'm so sorry about this. Anyway, we're going to use this grains actually bulk out the salad with. I love kale salads. I love massaging the kale. Me and kale, we've got a little thing going on. You can help me if you want.
Yes, please.
Gets a bit...
Like ghosts.
We'll light the candles.
Okay.
Oh, let's have a look at this bad boy. Look at that. It's beautiful. There's our mac and cheese done. Simple. Let's dish it up and have a taste. Yes, look at this. Beautiful mac and cheese. I can hear it bubbling as well. Listen. Can you hear that? Oh. So simple, yet so indulgent. And I recommend serving this with some steamed spinach or kale or any other greens of your choice. Always try and pack on as many vegetables onto your plate as possible. And the good thing with like this kind of dish, sneaking in some cauliflower, it's almost hidden in there. So this is probably a great one for kids as well. I love the colour of it too. It's really almost reddy orange because of the smoked paprika and the sun-dried tomatoes. That is a winner there. That is another go-to meal of mine. Don't have this one as often, but every time I have it, it's a little surprise. Not bad, is it? It's quite light and refreshing. It's not too like heavy.
It's nice having a cauliflower with it as well, so it's different in texture.
Yeah, you can easily eat this in the evenings and not feel guilty. Beautiful. What are we making next?
Massage kale salad, I reckon.
Boom. 'Cause tonight, baby, I wanna get Kale with you. Let me massage you. So for the fourth and final dish, the massage kale. This is the best one. I saved it to last because I knew you'd all wait for a massage kale recipe, right? Yeah, but this is the best one. If you're staying here right now, you're a true supporter of the channel. So what you need to do, grab a mixing bowl. I pre-washed my kale. You just want to remove it from the stems. Be gentle with this beautiful leaf. And into your bowl, into small pieces, bite-sized pieces. Try and get organic kale if you can as well, I must say. Better flavour, healthier. So now that we've got our kale plucked, it's time to get in some other ingredients. I'm going to finally slice in some beetroot. I got some candy beetroot and some golden beetroot because I'm just going a little bit all out for the video. You don't have to do it. I'm going to use my mandolin. Next into the bowl, I'm going to add the juice of 1 orange, maple syrup, some rice wine vinegar, coconut aminos or soy sauce, and some tahini. A little bit of dried herbage. I'm using some tarragon, and a pinch of salt and dried chili flakes. Now it's time to massage. So the perfect salad dressing needs to have sweetness, some fat, so that's why we added the tahini, or you can often add like a good quality oil, but preferably like a nut butter. It needs to have some acidity, so we've got the orange and we've got the white wine vinegar. It needs to have some salt, I've already said that maybe. I have salt, it needs salt. And I like to have something tangy as well, so that's a combination of the maple and the orange, and it'll just all work beautifully, but it'll also help to break down this kale, and you just want to use your hands to really massage it into it. See, already I can feel and notice that the kale is softening in my hands. It's just reacting to the work that my hands are putting in, just making sure it's just having a lovely time in the bowl, feeling comfortable. Next to the bowl, I'm going to add some avocado. Add your avocado after massaging, otherwise you'll just have smashed avocado, although I do like that sometimes. I'm going to add some nuts. I'm going to add some macadamia nuts. And I'm also going to add the grains from the ancient grain dish. Mixy mix. And there's the salad done. Let's serve it up and give it a taste. Beautiful flavours, a little hint at the end of chili, tangy, sweet, bit of a kick, like I said, saltiness, everything. It's got all the right flavours for a salad. And the longer you leave it, if you were to do this as a packed lunch, it will break down a little bit more and get softer, the beetroot especially. But it's so tasty, and I love being able to use those grains in multiple dishes because they're so tasty and it's one of my staple foods to eat. Thanks so much for watching. There's 4 simple meals that I eat often. Let me know which one you're going to try, please. Don't forget my signed cookbooks. They're on my website. We can ship them worldwide, plus a load of merch too. And I'll see you in my new house very soon. I can't wait to get there and show you what we're going to do. Big love, lots of love from me and the team. I haven't done a dab in a while.
Sat on your chin. Sat. Sat on your beard.
You're so good, man.